Now this is Tesla's bread and butter. It's pretty much what makes Tesla so unique and awesome to drive. The ability to let the car drive itself by staying in the lane even on crazy turns without you even touching the wheel is insane. And with the paid 12K feature, allowing the car to change lanes if the car in front of you is too slow and even exit the freeway on its own is pretty awesome. In today's quick tip, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all about Autopilot as well as the paid full self-driving feature. What is up guys, it's Chris with Everydaychris and welcome back to another episode of Quick Tips with Chris. Now if you see my footage, my screen may look a tad bit different than the rest of you. It's because I have the full self-driving City Streets beta. I did a ton of videos on that, so make sure you guys check that out. First, Autopilot is free. It's pretty much cruise control with the ability for the car to stay in the lane with no intervention from you. Of course, with everything, keep your hands on the wheel. Second, make sure you go to your Autopilot settings and enable these settings right away so you can take full advantage of the car. Just go under Autopilot, and if you have the full FSD package, you may have more settings. And for me, I have the City Streets beta, so I have even more settings. But essentially, you want to make sure auto steer is on, navigate on Autopilot is on. And when you customize it, you can customize certain features. A few settings I want to quickly talk about are set speed and current speed. This allows you to set what the speed will be when you engage the speed-based cruise control. For instance, speed limit percentage means that if the speed limit is 65 miles per hour and you engage the cruise control, the speed limit of the Tesla will jump to 75 miles per hour. Current speed is whatever speed you're driving at currently, and you engage the cruise control, it will maintain that speed you're driving. Now, one setting you should enable if you have the full FSD package is require lane change confirmation to yes. I like this because it gives you some control while the Tesla is on the highway. It notifies you to change lanes, but it won't change lanes until you use the turn signal or the gear stalk to confirm. The reason why I have this on yes is because Tesla sometimes likes to change lanes even if there's a ton of cars merging onto the freeway at the worst time. So this just kind of gives me a little bit more control on the highway. And when it does tell you to change lanes, you can easily cancel the lane change by clicking on the icon on the screen. If you put lane change confirmation on no, however, the car can change lanes and notify you either with a chime, vibration, or both. But honestly, having over 27,000 miles and going on a ton of crazy long road trips, I recommend lane change confirmation to be on yes. With speed-based lane changes, you get mild, average, and mad max. This simply means that if you're going, say, 80 miles per hour and the car in front of you is only going 70 miles per hour, it'll immediately try and change lanes to pass the car, while average and mild kind of take a little longer and decrease the current speed before switching lanes. There's nothing mad about Mad Max because it still maintains the distance in front of the car. It'll just try and change lanes more often to maintain whatever speed you have on cruise control. Second, exit passing lane pretty much means if the Tesla passes a slow car and goes on the far left lane, if this is on yes, the Tesla will try and go back to the right lane, therefore exiting the passing lane. But if it's on no, the Tesla will stay in the lane it changed in. Now, there's no dedicated cruise control button on the Tesla like most cars. It's just the gear stalk. To engage the cruise control Autopilot, just lightly press the gear stalk down. You can go all the way down the gear stalk if you want to, but if you just go halfway down lightly, it does the same thing. You'll know it'll be on because you'll hear a ding and you'll see the speed with the blue max under it, which shows the max speed. This uses the sensors and cameras to keep a certain distance in front of the car. It brakes and accelerates itself. To adjust the cruise control distance, use the right scroll wheel and press left or right. This adjusts how close or far away you are from the car in front of you. And to adjust the speed while on cruise control, use the right wheel up and down. If you go super fast on the scroll wheel, it does it in increments of 5, and slowly it does it by 1. To adjust the cruise control to the set speed limit using the speed limit signs, you can also press on the speed sign button and it will set your speed depending on the offset you applied in the menu. However, don't forget that this Autopilot cruise control part does not control the steering wheel at all, so make sure you guys keep your hands on the steering wheel. Now onto the fun part. To engage the auto steer part of the Autopilot, just press on the gear stalk down twice. Just make sure you see a gray steering wheel icon that shows that auto steer can work in that area. Now you'll know the auto steer is on because you'll see a blue steering wheel icon. And when you look on the screen, both sides of the lane will be lit up blue. Now you can't have auto steer without the auto cruise control, so just keep that in mind. However, you can easily still press on the accelerator to go faster, but once you brake, it does disengage both auto steer as well as the autopilot cruise control. I love the auto steer because this makes it so the car stays in the lane as well as keeping the speed with the cruise control. Now, because this is the free feature, the car won't do crazy things like change lanes, slow down for a stop sign, or on a red light on its own. But if there is a car in front of you, the car will slow down, say in stop and go traffic. And that's it. It's an awesome feature to have and use, especially on road trips. Now, while you are using this feature, the car also uses the interior camera to make sure you're paying attention and not on your phone. And if you aren't, it tells you to apply slight steering force to the steering wheel. Now with this, you don't jerk the wheel, simply hold the wheel in place or apply slight turning force to disengage this. Another thing that I found to work sometimes is moving your cruise control speed up or down a few notches. Now let's talk about you folks who paid that extra 12,000 Benjamins for the FSD beta feature. Again, it's all beta, so use caution and always keep your hands on the wheel. When you're on the freeway, however, the Tesla knows, and if you press down the gear stalk twice, you enable a new feature called Navigate on Autopilot. You'll see a new blue line in the middle of your car, and this shows that the car can change lanes to maintain its current speed as well as exit the freeway. Just know this feature is only going to be enabled if you have a destination set in the navigation. You'll also know that the Navigate on Autopilot is enabled with this new small icon in the new version 11 update. One also feature of this is it follows the route so it knows which lane to be in on the freeway, so it could take the appropriate exit. Also, you can easily change settings on the fly, like use HOV lanes. And one thing if you didn't know is if you have this feature off and you're in the HOV lane, the car will always try and get out of the HOV lane while driving on Navigate on Autopilot. Another feature I love is our stoplight and stop sign feature. The car knows when the light turns yellow and red and will slow down by itself. Also with the green light chime, when the light turns green, it will make a nice chime to let you know the light's green. And I honestly find these paid features super helpful after a long day at work and when the car wants to just do the boring part of the drive. I also love these features on all of my super long road trips. Other paid features of the full self-driving package I talk about in another video, like Auto Park and Summon. As far as their pricing plan goes, they do have a subscription model. However, you can't go with their cheaper enhanced autopilot option anymore as they got rid of it. So you only get full self-driving or just free autopilot. So there you have it. I'll go into more detailed safety settings in another video, but I hope this video helped you guys and I'll see you guys next time.